Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back. So we are here again for the UGRAD Pakistan, and today's session is about entirely that how to apply for this specific program, and overall we will give you the kind of awareness, and this awareness will not guide you about different situations, that how to go for different activities, and what procedures are required, what important elements are necessary to be discussed in the applications. So these are steps what we are going to do. It is all about procedures. So Marina Khan is with us, and Marina Khan has also explained a lot of things in detail. But Marina Khan, can you just again put a summary that whatever you have discussed, so that all these people should know that what they are watching about.
So we discussed that what actually a UGRAD program is. A UGRAD program is a non-degree academic program in which you spend about 4 to 6 months in USA having your specialized non-academic degree in the field you are studying in Pakistan. Also, it is having 2 seasons. There is a fall season as well as a spring season. So every year, 2 cycles are generated. Also, there we discussed about the eligibility of UGRAD and the people who are Pakistani citizens having no other nationality are eligible. By no other nationality, I mean the nationality of USA, because USA is going to be the host country. So you should be a Pakistani citizen and you should be 25 years or younger. Also, you should be enrolled in a college or a university degree, preferably in the 14th or the 15th year of the education, and you are required to submit the latest transcript or the latest result sheet or the mark sheet in the program you are studying. Also, there are a few things that makes you ineligible, in which there is a restriction of dual nationality, and if any of your immediate relatives are working in US Department of State or USAID. Also, there is a special leverage for women as well as people with disabilities or people belonging to erstwhile FATA, Azad in Jammu Kashmir, Gilgit Baltistan, and outskirts of Balochistan, that they're highly encouraged to apply because they are preferred when they receive a lot of applications. Furthermore, we discussed about how you can apply. So you can visit the website of USEFP Pakistan, that is United States Education Foundation in Pakistan, in which there is a particular portal for UGRAD. You can create your application by logging in with your email ID and your CNIC number. After that, when you start applying, you'll be having 3 to 4 portions of your personal information, academic information, educational background, personal statement, as well as your supporting documents. The personal statement and the academic background is pretty much easy to be filled, but the most critical portion is about the personal statement. So while writing your personal statement, I personally believe that a personal statement should reflect 3 to 4 things, that is who you are, what you do, and what you are going to do in the program that you should be selected for, and what you will do after coming back to Pakistan. So this is how a personal statement should be. Also, while writing your personal statement, please keep in mind that this is a personal statement, so you should better write it yourself. You may get it reviewed by other writers or other people who have applied already, but don't ask somebody to write your story, because it is your story. You should tell it to the people who have to select you. Also, make sure that you highlight your academic objectives very rightly and very precisely, and tell the people who have to select you that what are you expecting after going to USA. Also, what you will do back when you're back to Pakistan. So it is very important, and because it is a non-degree academic program, so your academic objectives must be rightly stated. Also, whenever you are concluding your personal statement, be very passionate about your future goals and your objectives regarding Pakistan and its transformation, because that is something they're already looking for, and they want you to be very positive while filling your application. When we talk about the last portion of the application, so you have to upload some related documents, in which you have to upload upload your recent degree transcript of whatever semester you are studying in, or the previous semester if you are having any previous transcript. Also, there is a requirement of your intermediate or your A level transcript. So you have to upload that transcript as well, or the result sheet or the marks sheet, if somebody is not familiar with the word of transcript. Thirdly, there is a portion of a supporting document or certificate which is optional, but I recommend it because UGRAD is a program which is looking for a balanced profile, right? So you should be academically sound, as well as you should have a good community work experience or a leadership experience in your own community. So I recommend that the applicants should create separate documents, like a separate PDF file for the trainings or the internships or any community service that they have done, so that they may be very vigilantly and profoundly scrutinized while the team is selecting them, or they are calling them for interview. There is an additional tip that I always give to everybody, that please save whatever you have written in the application form, just because when you are being called for the interview, so you have to have a how know about what you have already written in your application form, because the interviews are conducted about 2 to 3 months after you have applied, so people might have forgotten that what they have already written in their application form. So there's a sincere tip from my side. Now it's over to you, Arbab. If you want to ask anything else, please let me know.
Yeah, there was one question which most of our participants have asked, and they were asking that does these grading matters while applying for the specific program whenever they will be filling their information in the academic section, where the academic background related. So if anybody has secured, for example, like either people who have secured like first division, second division, or third division, it is about the division category, and the other people they were also asking about the grading, like A grade, B grade, C grade, or D grade. Like which things are mostly preferred in the specific program. So it will be very nice if you will also explain something about this thing.
This is a very interesting and favorite part of mine that you have asked. Abab, the people who are selecting these exchange students are really looking for balanced profiles.
Mm,
The students who are having very low GPA are also having equal chances of selection with the people who are having high GPAs.
mm,
So if you are having a very low GPA, please make sure that you are having a good community service experience to show to the people who have to select you.
okay.
And if you are having a very nice GPA and you are having a very low leadership or community skill profile, it's completely fine.
Yeah.
Please portray your good grades, but your objectives while you are coming back to Pakistan using your personal statement should be very vibrant.
Yeah. And one more question again. In personal statement, because there was a comment, they were asking that why should we link our personal statement with the program? So it was a comment from one participant who was watching this video in the previous section. So they were asking that why should we link our own personal statement with the announced program which is in US in personal
Uh,
statement?
Arbab, I'm unable to understand your voice. Can you please type the question?
Okay, so I will just type a question. Why should statement with the UGRAD program? So this is a question which
Okay,
participants were asked,
all right.
that why
So
should we connect our personal statement with the UGRAD
I
program?
got it. All right. So there is a very good science behind this question. Obviously, everybody is applying with good grades. Obviously, everybody is applying with a good community service experience. But your personal statement reflects your personality, and your personality is something that makes you achieve your goals, and your academic goals are something that you grade is making a bridge between you and your goals. So they need to have a good connection between their application, their academic goals, as well as their personality, because this is a story and a story should have a sequence. And if you are not able to connect all of these, you are not able to tell somebody who you are, what you want to do, and what you will be doing in future. So this is something very important that the students must realize why they need to connect their personal statements to their academic or UGRAD goals. Arbab, your microphone is muted.
Yes. So now we should conclude everything and sum up everything, and we will also take some questions from participants also. So whatever we have discussed, and here we will just conclude all those with your help also. And meanwhile, if I will miss something, so I would like you to help in that. We should tell people about this program. So I hope it will be okay. We will go with this continuation. Okay. So the program which is announced in Pakistan, that is presently known as Global UGRAD Pakistan, and Global UGRAD program, it is being announced by the United States Educational Foundation in Pakistan, which is already in Pakistan. So they will announce this program for those and who are enrolled in undergraduate program, and the maximum age limit for this program will be like 25 years, but they can be less than that. And also, we were having this discussion with Marina that this program has two cycles. So those two cycles are also included in the same program. You can find out all that information from the website also. Before going ahead, I would like to say one thing, that this session is not related to the thing that we are not going to give you the guarantee that you will be selected. It is only and only about information and about awareness that how to apply for this specific program and how to go for different activities while you are on the application phase. So what steps should be addressed in what way? So there are more different errors that people normally make. And then there were ineligibility criteria and eligibility criteria which we discussed. So ineligibility criteria, uh, Rina has told you that a person should be a Pakistani citizen, and he or she should be like minimum like 25, like maximum 25-year older or younger. And apart from that, next thing which we were discussing, and he or she should be enrolled in any university inside Pakistan, and their program should be in the continuation, and their proficiency should be English language. So, like in English, their proficiency should be in the same. And in eligibility, like if anybody is having like nationalities, like dual nationality, US and Pakistan together, or if anybody has already attended any Fulbright program of the US State Department or USEFP, so they are not eligible. Or if anybody is employed, like any brother or sister or siblings or parents or fancy, they are employed with the US State Department or either with the Higher Education Commission or with the US State. So they are not eligible for that. And anybody who is in the last semester, especially, they are not eligible for the specific program. So, in this eligibility criteria, we have discussed, and eligibility criteria also we discussed. Then the next part of that was what, like how to apply for this specific program. So, applying for the UGRAD Pakistan program, you should apply to their own website, which is USEFP website. When you will go and you search that, so you can find it like usefpakistan.org. This is their official website. On their website, you will find an application, and there is a link that how to create an application. So you have to follow all the instructions. And field of studies. In field of studies, Marina, if I'm not wrong, there are different field of studies like environmental sciences, engineering, education, sociology, uh, physics, or like chemistry, urban planning, US studies, criminal justice, computer sciences, business, biology, agriculture, like so on and so forth. Like there are different activities like accounting, economics. I hope I'm not missing anything. So please do correct me if I'm missing any point in this.
You're
And
doing perfectly fine.
next, what we discussed, that how to create an application. So while creating application for the UGRAD Pakistan program, you should use that email address you are frequently using to check your emails. If you are not using any email to check your own email trials, then don't use that one for the specific application, because they will you will receive continuously different emails on that, and you have to be activated on that email. And when you will create your application, then they will take you to the next email, and one email will be sent to your email ID, and in that one there will be a password. You have to log in that password and continue with your application. So make sure, like, you should not be in a hurry while filling this application. There is a lot of time for you. 20th November is the last date of this application. So there are there are different tabs. You can save the application and exit that one whenever you are done with that. So no need to submit that one on the first day, or no need to submit that one in the second day. So you have to fill every section very carefully, take guidance, ask people, and because you have completed already many things, you are already you are already enrolled in your college. So if you are enrolled, so you must have done a lot of academic and non-academic activities, and like a lot of things you must have done. So make sure that everything is appropriate and correct and according to standards. So then you can proceed with that application. And in application, read the instructions very carefully. And in reading instructions, whenever you go there, so they will tell you that in this entire application, every single section is very important. Even if it is not related, you should write A in there, like not applicable. But don't leave any spot blank, because if your application is not complete, they will not consider it at all. Although you have done everything very well, but you must have also left spots which are blank, and then people will ignore it. So don't leave spot blank. Try to fill every part. Like that, why instructions are very important. In that one, they also give you general instructions, also like language proficiency, and about conditions letter, about your personal statements, about your application, everything written in the instructions. Read them very carefully. Then Marina discussed about personal information. So in personal information, you have to mention everything, like your name, from which country you are, and your date of birth, place of birth, nationality. If you have other nationalities, other also, and also like, are you married or single, gender, male, like female, whatever. Like you have to mention that one. Current contact information you have to mention, and in that you have to mention your address where you are currently living at any specific spot also. And permanent also, I guess they will ask for it, if I'm not wrong. Permanent address also they will ask. Uh, so and next, when you will be doing with that person in academic, I would like Marina to explain few things about the academic background, so that we will wrap up everything, that what kind of academic information are required in the applications. I guess Marina, you can you hear me, Marina?
Yes, I can hear you. I skipped the last portion of your question.
Okay. Can you just explain about the academic background again? That what kind of academic background information is being required in the application?
All right. So, basically, they're asking for the normal information that you always have to submit about the title of your degree, the duration of your degree, the time you have been studying at your university. And they are also asking for another information, that if you have ever conducted or you've ever given the TOEFL test, which is not a requirement at all, but if you have given in for some reason, so you can use those marks over here. Otherwise, when an applicant gets shortlisted, they give you a token to get this test attempted, and that marks would be utilized, and this is completely free of cost once you get selected and clear the interview.
Mm.
Also, they're looking for your language proficiency and your university courses that you have already studied. So this is a very important portion. because you have to mention 15 main courses that you have studied in English language. For example, if I am studying engineering, so I might be writing about industrial engineering or about chemical process industries and so on and so forth, about the 15 major subjects regarding my course. It's not necessary that you write all of the subjects. You have to maximum write the 15 major subjects that you have attempted with good grades. So always prefer the subjects with good grades over here and which are relevant to your field of study. Also,
Mm,
it's not important that I'm talking about portion number 17, that you, if you're studying computer science in Pakistan, so you may directly write computer science in the proposed field of studying in USA. You might write about data analyzing, you might write about big data or any other computer relevant terms that you or the student applying might better know than me. And if you are studying psychology in Pakistan, so you might write some relative term like organizational psychology or social psychology or clinical psychology, so get better chances of being selected. If you are writing a very nominal and a very engaging or relevant relative term with your proposed field of studying in USA, you are increasing your chances of studying or going to USA through UGRAD. Also, when it comes to current academic institution, be very particular about the right name of your institution, the right title, the faculty, the department, or the current degree title you have been studying, your CGPA, because all of these things are being confirmed by HEC. So you should be very accurate about these things. Also, your last academic institution, the information mentioned in these portions are very important, because sometimes when your current GPA is low, so they look up, through your previous profile and they start thinking or analyzing you, that how you were a student before you entered the university, and you might increase or improve your patterns of getting good grades. So be very realistic, be very precise, but be very accurate while mentioning all these details. Your present courses or your present course here in the portion number 19 is also important, because this decides that in what year you are and what is your expected graduation date. So obviously, if you are going to make any mistake in these portions, so it would definitely decrease your chances of getting selected.
uh, thank you. And in apart from this academic background, where you have mentioned all those details, so in additional detail, there are few other things which are normally being asked about your previous visa information, about your non-academic activities like Marina has mentioned, and about additional information. So in personal statement, again, we would like to emphasize on personal statement. So this personal statement is quite important before applying for this specific category of U-grade Pakistan program. Connect your personal statement with the program that you are applying for. Ask all those people who are good in this specific category. They will guide you for different steps. So, as Marina has also explained everything in detail in the previous session. So, just in this session again, if Marina, you would like to explain everything again shortly, so that everybody will understand about personal statement and like their how each thing should be presented, like their personal interest, their personal development, academic program of studies, and everything. You will explain a little bit more about that.
For sure. As the name states, the personal statement is a very personal thing, and you should write it yourself. I've been asked, and I've observed many students asking the seniors to write their personal statements. It's never about the personal statement somebody else writes for you, because it's your own story, it's your background, it's your root, it's your essence that you have to portray with your writing towards the reader who has to check your personal statement. So you should briefly introduce yourself, tell about your interests and your personality, and also, because this is a non-academic, non-degree program, partially academic because you're going towards a degree program, so mention your academic objectives, mention what you want to study there and how would you implement that thing in Pakistan. Also be very innovative about writing your research goals, because obviously you are a bachelor student, you are going to have a final year research in 2 or 1 year probably when you come back from UGRAD. So if you are very innovative with your experimental or your research goals, you increase your chances of getting selected. Also, I would like to mention this thing that your academic goals are equally important as your leadership or your community goals. Never ever forget to connect your academia with your practical life. So whatever you are dreaming for or whatever you are planning to write, connect it in the last paragraph and write that whenever you will come back to Pakistan, you will be doing this, and make them convinced to select you just because you're super passionate to come back to Pakistan and do something for Pakistan. This is the positivity they're always looking for.
Yeah, thank you. It was like very positive. I hope everybody must have got like what you have explained. Uh, Personal statement is definitely your benchmark where they will decide that how you have presented it and things like that. So it is important to mention things and go for your application in a way that it should be presentable and it should cover everything that you have done until now. So do write down like what are your interests and personalities, academic objectives, and then also your goal that is related to your personal development and all other things like that. So these things are important, and also reason that why you are applying for this program, uh, or you are selecting one university or any program or any discipline. So you have to mention that what is that and why you are going for that. And in related documents, what we need to submit for the application, like what the candidates will be submitting, mostly they have to submit their recent degrees or intermediate and A-level degrees, and anything else, Marina, that they have to submit in the document.
It's just about their transcripts as well as their certificates. They are important. Otherwise, many people ask us about the recommendation letter. So there is no need of recommendation letter at this stage. When once you are done with all your interview and application and shortlisting, then they will be asking you. So you don't, no, you don't have any need to rush for it.
Okay. So, this is all. Thank you very much, Marina, for your time that you have given us, like, plenty of time. I hope we will be having again different sessions and on which like we will show you uh, that specific application online on the screen. Then you can go through all those activities stepwise. When these things will be stepwise, then you can easily understand that how to apply for which thing in which category. But before that, kindly do mention everything that whatever you guys are doing. So all these things will be quite easy before we leave. So there is a question, Marina, if you would like to answer. That is, I'm in first semester. Can I apply?
So, to be very honest, if even if you apply, there will be very less chances of your selection, just because they are always looking for a groomed profile,
Yeah,
and a groomed profile comes under second year or third year category of students. So you better wait for a semester, groom yourself, get good grades, because when you are in first semester, how would you be having a transcript of previous semester, right? So logically even that's not possible. You have to have a transcript of a university. So it better have a transcript of a university
yeah.
first,
At
and
least one
then
semester you should be having a
exactly.
transcript. One semester is required. And if you are having very good background at back other studies, then definitely you can also mention your non-academic and academic activities. But Marina
Exactly.
has clearly stated this thing. At least one transcript is necessary for one semester.
Exactly.
Yeah, you can proceed with that if you want to add something else.
No, if you have any other questions, let me know.
Okay. So thank you very much, everyone. We will have again few more sessions, and we will announce those sessions again. Apart from the Q grade, we have other scholarships also available. So we will also share information about all the scholarships, whatever will come, and we will invite all those people who have experience in them, and they will come and they will talk to you. And you guys, if you have any questions, you can ask anytime whenever these things are required. So thank you very much. And once again, Marina, thanks for coming and thanks for sharing your valuable time with us.
Thank you so much for having me, Abab. It was such a nice time, and thank you so much for the questions. They were very thought provoking.
Thank you. Thank you.